Saqib from Bangladesh.
Sheikh, we prayed the namaz in congregation with my father and my uncles and grandfather together. So in there, can you please tell me what qualities should an imam have? Should the imam have beard, and how the clothes should be? Can we just wear normal t-shirts for being an imam? And can a 20-year-old lead a prayer while some other person is present, like some older person is present? For example, if my uncle is there, and if I'm 20 years old and my uncle is like 32, so can I lead the prayer?
Okay, well, Thaqib from Bangladesh, he says, what are the characteristics of the imam? I pray sometimes with my father, grandfather, and uncles. So what are the characteristics of imam? Does he have to have a beard? What about his clothes? Should they be above his ankle? I'm 20 years of age. Can I lead? First of all what you're saying is, I wouldn't say superficial, rather, it is not tackling the core of the problem. The characteristics of the imam, generally speaking, is that he has to be the one who memorizes the Quran most. So if you, 20 years of age, and your father, grandfather, and uncles don't memorize the Quran, and you memorize more than them, you should lead, generally speaking. However, we have a hadith that overrides this. And the hadith states that no one is allowed to lead the owner of the house without his permission. So if my grandfather is there, my father is there, my uncles are there, whose house is it? It's my father's house. Then your father leads, even if he only knows how to recite the Fatiha. That's it. He doesn't memorize anything of the Quran. He's the one obliged and entitled to lead, unless he waivers his right and he authorizes anyone he wishes. So this is the default. Secondly, having a beard or not is definitely part of the obligation upon all men to have it and to grow it, or actually to leave it, not to shave it, not to shorten it. This is an obligation. It's not a sunnah, like many people say that, oh, it's a sunnah, so I can shave it. If it were a sunnah, I would have shaven it years ago. But this is mandatory. This is obligatory. If you shave it, you're sinful. Full stop. But it does not constitute a reason or a barrier from a person to lead a prayer. Someone who memorizes the Quran wants to lead, and you get dozens of people with beards say, no, come back, you can't pray. Why? I memorized the full Quran. Oh, because you're not following the Sunnah. It's true, I'm not following the Sunnah, but this does not mean that I shouldn't pray. Yes, we cannot appoint him as a regular permanent imam, because this is a different ball game, and it depends on the administration of the masjid, it depends on the board of the masjid, depends on the country that has these rules and regulations. But generally speaking, if we are in the desert, if we are in the airport, someone wants to lead and he says that I memorized the whole Quran, be my guest. So I hope this answers your question.